Hello and welcome. I think we're getting started. Okay, here we go. Hi, welcome to class. Oh, this is going to be good. Let's bring you up on the mobile device, right? Okay, we're getting started for class today. Yes, hi, I am Teacher Sky. Welcome. Welcome to class. I have a really neat promo for you. Here you go. Ready? We're live today on YouTube and Facebook, as well as Hello English. Hi guys, Naida is here. Ali, Amin, Abrasak. Hi Riddy. Oh, Riddy. That was so cool. Thank you so much, Artur, for this fantastic promo you did for Teacher Sky. It's TEACHERSkyESL. Oh my goodness, we still have music playing. And welcome for all of our new viewers on Facebook and YouTube. We're trying something new today, guys. Do you have those? Can you look up Facebook and YouTube? Yeah, we're going to do that today. Soz is here. Thank you. Wasn't that an awesome video? That was produced by one of my subscribers, Artur. Artur, thank you for the video. And that we ran on the Hello TV show that we aired yesterday. It was so much fun. We have a lot of fun. It's a TV production workshop. We welcome you to come if you'd like to learn about how to produce television, but also how to speak English and how to present very well. You get to practice your English in a TV format. It's really fun. We have a blast. Hi, Miriam. Welcome. Welcome, Ali, and all the great people. Sumaira, hello. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. Oh, and I did want to tell you, Riddy, ma'am, is a contraction, right? You have to put an apostrophe. It's M-A apostrophe A-M. That's because it's originally a word like madame. You leave out the D and you put that apostrophe, just so you get it right in the future. And I'll give you a hint. In United States, we call, the woman ma'am, but that is like an authority figure, like, yes, ma'am, right? So a lot of times you might want to call a woman Ms., and I will write this in the comments. Ms., M-S, period, is how it is spelled. Or if it's someone you know is married and you know their husband, you can call them Mrs. And if you know they're not married or you just want to make them feel younger, this is always the best one. Miss. Okay? So now you know, right? Oh, good job, everyone. So, does anyone have any questions or anything that you would like to know today? Yes, we are going live today. I am testing out some new software and I'd love to get your feedback. Doong, are you with us? I see you on Facebook. That's so awesome. Now, we also, Teacher Sky just started her own YouTube channel. That's right. I'm going to give you the information in the comments. It's Teacher Sky ESL. Teacher Sky ESL, like English as the second language. Yeah, look it up. That's my Gmail. And if you need to contact me, you can email. That's right. Oh, Sami, hola. Guess what? Hi, mom. That looks like mom to me. And it's spelled M-A apostrophe A-M. It's a contraction for madam. Yeah, you leave out the D and you replace it with an apostrophe. Ah, Zeynep is here from Turkey. Welcome. Will you all tell me where are from? Tell me where you're from. Maybe what's your time zone? Like what time is it for you? Right now, I'm in Central. I'm in the Central time zone in Oklahoma, Arkansas region of the Ozarks of the United States. And so it's it's 8:30. It's about 8:26 actually. Um, it's about 8:30, but it's exactly 8:26 in Arkansas. So you guys tell me what your time zone is. I'd also like to know maybe about your weather. Are you having springtime or is it a different time of year? Is it about to get hot for you, some of you? And is it already kind of hot? And some of you are experiencing maybe other weather, other seasons, like it might be getting cold for you. Let's see what we have here. Zaynep says it's 16:26. That's 4:26 in Turkey. Hi, Bahare. Good to see you again. Thank you, Samila. Today I started my class to talk to you. Well, let's hop on. Come on and talk to me. I love to read the comments as well. Jar is in Kurdistan. Alex, Pakistan. Awesome. Great to have you guys here. Hello from Turkey. I love it. All of you folks that are here. Now, you didn't tell me about your weather. I really want to know what it's like. Is this a good time of year to come and visit you? Oh, thank you, Zainab. You're really sweet. Oh, yes, I'm very motherly and I mother everything that I come in contact with. So good to see you guys here today. Alex, it's windy in my city. Oh, it's windy today in Pakistan. And how warm is it? What is the temperature there? And you guys go by Celsius, right? I would like to learn that. I am not good at Celsius or metric system like meters and kilometers. I can hardly say it. Oh, Imna is here. Hello, Imna. It's 2:27 from Tunisia. Another amazing rainy weather. So great for fasting. So it's still Ramadan, and you all are fasting this week, and fasting on a rainy day is good. Hey, can you tell me when does the Holy Week end for you? And that is in Tunisia. I know in different countries they celebrate differently. Can you call Vietnam? Oh, yes, I can, Huey. Welcome from Vietnam. So good to see you here. Oh, it's sunny in Pakistan and windy, right, Alex? Oh, but Samila is also from Pakistan. Riddhi? Oh, the weather here, we've been having a lot of rain. You know, it snowed out west. Yeah, Colorado got snow again in the springtime. And see, here in the Oklahoma, Arkansas region, it's very springtime. Although with that cold weather out west, we are experiencing colder temperatures. So we did get the rain, we got the moisture. It was so awesome. And so now all the spring flowers will grow and bloom. And we already have our garden in. So we're kind of glad we didn't get the snow and the freezing weather because it would have killed a lot of our new, fresh plants that are just coming up. Okay. Let's see. Bahrain, 6 p.m., sunny and perfect weather. You sound like a weatherman with lots of flowers blooming and fresh air. Here is like a heaven in springtime. Oh, that's beautiful, Bahare. I feel like I'm there. That is a great way to describe it. Miana says it's Friday for all Muslims. So I see. So everyone goes just that is the last day on Friday. Oh, I'm so good to know that. I've been trying to hang with you guys, but I am not good at fasting like you do. I fast, but oh gosh, I cannot do the no water or food all day long. That is so hard. That is so hard. You guys are very strong people. Oh, hello, True Blue. Would you like to come up? Come on up and say hello. We would like to hear from you. True Blue knows these amazing big words. He is so talented and so smart to be so young. He can teach me a lot. You know, I'm a PhD candidate working on a dissertation, and this young man knows more big words and he understands the definition and how to put them in the context of a sentence. He's so brilliant. Are you there? Hi, True Blue. I'm not hearing you yet. And it could be just,
Hello.
oh, there he
Hello,
is.
am I audible?
Hi. Yes, now you are.
Hi,
Welcome.
man. How are
Good to
you?
see
Hello,
you.
everyone.
Oh, it's so good to have you here. How is
That's my
your
pleasure.
day? I'm still reading comments and everything, and you might be able to help me with some of that, True Blue. You read very well. And what I
Mm,
always need, because, you know, I get involved in sharing screens and doing things like
mm,
that. So, you know, if
mm.
you see that someone is trying to get my attention, or if you'd just like to read the comments, that would be really neat. But first, let's
Yeah,
have a little discussion.
yep.
How are you
Go
today?
ahead. Yeah, it was a quotidian day for me.
Yeah,
I didn't do much things, but yeah, overall, I am very hopeful. I'm very positive. It's gonna be very interesting, especially after your live stream.
yeah.
Gonna because I'm very hopeful. I'm very positive. I'm gonna learn so many things from you today, as I do every other as I did the past from your live stream. So yeah, I'm gonna take away so many things from you. So what are you teaching today?
Excellent. Well, today it's subscriber spotlight. So really the spotlight's on you guys. And I have another subscriber I've invited, Saeed. If you're not driving again today, we'd love to have you up. But really, we're sharing. We are what's called a community of practice. So we're
Mm-hmm.
practicing our English. And the way you get better, everyone pay attention, practice every day. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, a lot of you don't know that, and I will type that in the comments. Practice every day. Excellent,
Uh,
excellent.
Teacher, I just got one confusion. Um, what's the difference between practice every day and practice every single day?
Ah, single. What does single mean to you?
I mean, single means.
Oh my goodness. Oh, my
Dude, are you
promo
with
started
us? I see
rolling.
you on Facebook. That's so awesome.
Hey,
Yep.
okay.
I
A lot of you
say.
don't know that, and I will type that in the
Hi,
comments.
everyone.
Practice every Oh, hang on just a
day.
second. There's something else
Excellent.
wacky going on here.
Teacher, I just
Oh,
got
I
one
see.
confusion. Um, what's the difference between practice every day and practice
Practice
every single day?
single
Single.
day.
What does single mean to you?
I mean,
Are we
Oh my
hearing some
goodness.
feedback? I'm not sure what
probably
that
yes.
was.
Or,
Okay, that was feedback. Did you guys hear that? Oh my goodness, look at all the comments. Hey, Saeed, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
Pretty good. Having a good day. We're just talking about the weather. What's it like in the Sudan?
It's hot
Hot.
and we are fasting.
So not too windy today?
No, not doing this. It's
Ah,
hot.
oh, Assad Aman wants to know, can everyone help him? And now, ma'am, everyone, make note. Everyone, I'm having to tell the same thing. Ma'am is a contraction and it's spelled M-A apostrophe A-M. So Assad says, I am a Navy officer, but I can't speak English fluently, you need to say. So what can I do for it? You guys are pretty good at speaking. I think you're very fluent. What do you think, Saeed? What can he do to get better at being fluent? Do you think?
practice every single day.
You know the answer so well. And Saeed, high five. You get the what is it? The gold star because you know
Yeah.
the correct answer. But are there some ways that you guys practice? In fact, True Blue's name says practice. What do you think, True Blue? What are some good ways for him to practice to get more fluent?
So I give him some very specific advice, a specific piece of advice. So Asad Juman, first you have to understand that English is a vast language, and if you really need to speak at your workplace, that is very simple. You have to do some strategy. A strategy is this way. So just consider what are the conversation you can have it there. Make a notes. What just suppose you are going to meet with your officer. So what are the questions they can ask you, and prepare the answer for that. So if you prepare this way, so you don't need to worry a lot. You don't need to learn a lot. Just prepare, write the answer, and try to say it many times out loud so that it becomes your habit. It comes naturally. Because sometimes when we read it and we do not practice it, what happen in the actual need, we know, okay, I have to say these things, but we get fumbled, we get stuck because our brain and our mouth doesn't coordinate. So you have to read aloud many times, many times. I say maybe 100 times, 200 times, depends on you, depends on the individual. So that's one strategy that will work. That will take off your all the stress that you have. Oh, I have to learn grammar, I have to learn vocabulary. No, to speak at a workplace has a very different strategy. Just understand, okay, these are the questions they're gonna ask me, and these are the things I have to answer. Google it, and you find so many answers. So that's one study I would like to give you, not a very general advice. And if you want to learn a general English, then we have a very ebullient, eloquent teacher Sky.
Aw.
Subscribe her and hop on her and practice every single day.
Come and get some practice with us. We're a community of practice. And, you know, that's a new catchphrase for people
Yeah.
using technology to coordinate, to collaborate. People are doing this on a global scale. And that's why it's so important to learn English. You know, I went to the language summit and one of the speakers mentioned that people that have learned English, they can make 2 to 3 times as much money working. So, you know, it's a really good motivator for you to get out there. People are going to be collaborating from all over the world. We're doing it now. With our Hallo TV show, we're using the Google Drive and we can share files. We're sharing videos, we're sharing documents. And a lot of times I will actually edit and give you feedback on essays and assignments that you do. And we use the Google Drive to do that. So we're working at the same time together and talking to each other like we do here in the chats, and it's just a really effective way to get the job done. And especially if we can all communicate well, you know, being able to have this world language, you're always going to have your first language, you're always going to have your country's language. And you know, even here in America, we have different parts of the country, and in England where they have different dialects, it's almost like a different language. So that is always a part of our culture, but it's so important that we can say the words and understand each other. Saeed, do you have any tips or anything that can help? Riddy also says, but if we don't have anyone in our surrounding area to practice with, you know, what do you suggest, Saeed?
Yeah, using media, using this platform, Hello is a good way to practice also. For me,
It
I
is.
suggest everybody can. It is different from one to another. Just look about something you're passionate about. If you're passionate about reading books, you start reading books. If you're passionate about, for example, singing, poem, something like this, read more about it. Everything you like in your native language, try to do it in English. You will do it better. For speaking, try to speak with others in many. Now it is easy, I think. You can use Facebook groups like there is many groups in English. and you can find your partner to talk with. As he also this platform, Hello App, you can use it. You can talk in student section. You can make your live stream. Now I think it is more easier, not like before. You can do, but first you need to be patient. You will not improve in 1 day or 2 days.
Good point.
You have to, yeah, you have to be patient. 3 4 months, little by little. You will not improve very fast. It depends.
There. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, you
Yeah,
do have to practice, and that's why we say practice every day. You'd be surprised how much better you get, you know, if you just make sure to do something every day. You know, even if it's just read, you know, you could have a short, maybe there's some inspirational phrases or something that you could read, or, you know, your current events, you know, even reading the newspaper or getting on the internet, like Saeed said, do some social media and try to do it in English, you know, and that's why we say, like our TV show, everything in English almost. We try to use English as much as possible. So is that helping you guys? I'm wondering. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Um, Okay, here's another one, guys. And, you know, we're a community of practice. So we're kind of like a support group for each other in learning English, and we're the ed tech heads. So we are pretty good at using technology to learn. And we have a pinned comment. True Blue, would you like to read this? And then we'll try to help answer this question.
Um, okay, so am I audible?
Yeah.
So,
yes.
sorry if I pronounce your name not the way it pronounced.
Pakpor.
So she is saying, "Hello, teacher. I am Thai and I want to speak English. How do I get started?" Okay. So yeah, that's a question.
How do you get started? This is a new person. And yes, Mastani, I see your comment. You have to go. We really want you to come up. Do you need to come up now? Okay, because I know he doesn't have much time, guys. We got to bring him up. His mother
Yep.
has things for him to do soon. And I think there was something Mastani wanted to share with us. No problem, Pakport. You're just learning, so you're not going to type everything correctly all the time. But Teacher Sky will tell you if there are mistakes, and so will all of the people here. They will help you. We tell you because we care. So, Mastani, are you saying you don't have time to come up? Is that it? Okay. Okay, no problem. Freshta. Oh my goodness. Freshta has a question. Saeed, can you read this one? I don't think this is Freshta
Yeah,
Nouri. This is,
can you help me learning English?
can you help me
We talk
to
about
learn
English.
English or to
Learn
yeah,
to
English.
learn
learn
English.
to speak English? Oh, Mastani, bye-bye. Sorry you couldn't make it. Ah, too bad. He's been sharing a lot more songs and videos with me and just has some really amazing stuff to share with our group. So what do you think? How do we get started, guys? How did you get started? Saeed, you've been at Hallow a long time. Can you tell us how did you get started?
I start not in Hello. I start from the school, from high school, from this is basic English letters and basic words like this. I start from that. In Hello, just maybe 4 or 5 months, I think, in this Hello app. But I downloaded it a long time before. I use it just maybe 4 or 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just you have to attend live streams and you have to react. You have to make notes for what's new for you. You try to catch new words, new sentences. Focus on pronunciation from teacher when they speak. Try to copy their pronunciation, how they say the words, and how they structure the sentence. It will help you to build your sentence and to build your confidence. And
Yeah.
little by little you will speak. And you don't have to afraid from speaking. Even you speak wrong, try to speak. Next time you will improve. As a first, you become will feel like difficult for you, but when you try it many times, you will speak well, as you say now. At the first, I can't say two words together. Now I can say many words.
Good
And
point.
still learning, you know, still learning. It takes a long time, but there is improvement. So you have, it is like habit, you know,
Yeah,
because it is language, you know, it is not something just you read and you cancel it out. You have to
right,
adapt with it.
right. Like learning a new skill, you really have to practice. And skills, as you do something a certain number of hours, you immediately get into a more skilled set. You
Yeah,
are
yeah,
better at
yeah.
doing it. So that's why the practice is so important. And this is something that I always say, and especially like Mondays we do beginner English, and I always say this: repeat, repeat, repeat. Okay, it helps you to remember, and later you just say it. You don't even have to think about it. I'm here to help you now. Now, Ishita has a very good question. True Blue, could you field this question for me?
Can you do some activities through which we all can enhance our speaking skills? Yeah,
Good
Isita, indeed, we
question.
are doing here. We have very different, very diverse background of people, have a diverse problem here. So yes, teacher Sky is very polite and she is very sagacious and astute teacher here. So
Sagacious, guys.
yeah,
Wow.
mm.
See, True Blue knows these beautiful words. True Blue, do you write poetry?
No, I don't.
Oh, you should. Your words are so elegant, sagacious. Can I put
Yeah.
that on my resume? What does that mean, sagacious? What's the root word of that?
I mean,
Sag,
sage means
sage,
yeah, prophetic, and sagacious is a
prophetic.
person who is very wise and experienced enough to predict about futures and anticipate in the problems what it could be. So that comes based on the
That's what I love about
experience.
you, Miss Donnie. You always know the definitions to the words you use. You don't just
Yep.
use big words to use them. They call that $1 million words. But
Yes.
you have a purpose and they mean something very specific, don't they?
Yep. Yep. So I call another astute. That's also a very good word.
Astute. I love that
Yeah.
word. I hear that word a lot. That is a word people will use. And could you
Mm.
define astute for us and maybe put
Uh,
it in the comments? That's a hard word
I'm
to
an astute
spell.
person who has a very good intelligence and who make a good decision based on logic and pragmatism.
Ah, good. Good one. Oh, and I missed it totally. When Miss Donnie was here, he donated. Thank you, Miss Donnie. Oh, if you haven't gone yet. And I see that Shambu has as well. Thank you, Shambu. And welcome. We're so glad that you're here. So here's another one, Zamzad. The same thing. And I think we're all in this same boat together. I have lack of knowledge in English language. How to improve? How do I improve? Question mark.
Yep.
Hmm. Any more suggestions, guys?
Yeah, I just give him some
Hmm.
suggestion. And if I am wrong, then please correct me. So, Jamjad, I would just say you don't need much knowledge in the English language in order to become a fluent speaker. If that's your goal, then don't worry much. But yes, if you want to be literature, if you want to be English teacher,
Right.
then obviously you have to work on it because that will be your profession and through which you're gonna earn it. So, and also we have so many good teacher, and I will be a little biased to say,
Yeah.
Teacher Sky is one of the astute teacher here in this Hello app. Subscribe her. It's a very small amount of money. I would say her subscription is just like how much we get a meal for 1 day. So it's worthwhile subscribing her, hopping here, and communicate with her. That way, you're gonna learn much faster than the way we generally do it. Very esoteric way at our home, reading and doing stuff that's not appealing for
Right.
many. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Saeed, for saying hi to Zila. And that really got my attention. So I'll be sure and invite Zila up to talk with us. Now, Rivaz, you are saying something that I hear all the time, and stop it, everyone. Someone says, I can't speak English very well. You all speak English very well for your level, right? You can only do as good as you can do. So just stop saying, I'm not good at it. And now start saying, I'm getting better every day. It's kind of like practice every day, but we're all trying to get better every day, right? In our lives, just we're trying to do better. We're not perfect by any means. I used to say practice makes perfect, right, Saeed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
They broke me from that habit. So many people are like, perfect. Oh, I don't want to be perfect. Oh, it's too hard to be perfect. Oh, no one is perfect. No, just practice every day and know that you're getting better if you just, try. All you have to do is try. So, Zila, we have another very wise, good English speaker with us. Hi, Zila.
Hi, teacher.
Hello,
How are
Jila.
you, teacher? Hi. I practice. Practice
Yeah.
is
Zila,
your
do
name? Practice.
you have
I'm True Blue.
True blue. Okay.
True
Hi,
Blue?
Said.
Did you hear me calling him that? Yeah, True Blue.
Yes.
And that's his
Okay.
nickname. And
Oh,
what made you put practice up there for your
I
thumbnail?
didn't put practice. It is
No,
from the some app glitch. My name is still True Blue. I tried to change it, but it's not allowing me to do
it's
so.
not, it won't let
Mm,
you. Oh, you have a very
mm,
special name then.
yeah.
Nice. Okay, so Zila, we are trying to impart some wisdom to some of the new people that are here. We want them to feel welcome. We want them to feel appreciated. We want to support them, and we want to build up everyone's confidence. What have you done that has
yeah.
helped you the most, Zila? Because you're pretty comfortable with it now, more than the first
Because of
time we spoke.
to be frank, teacher, previously I tend to avoid to speak English with people, but starting in January, I think I start to learn English on Hello,
Yeah.
and I try to be confident to speak with communities on Hello. And after I get uh, cultivate
Right.
motivation from you, teacher, and I feel more eager to learn English, and especially to get more self-confident to speak, because of previously I reluctant to speak. I feel I can give a blunder when I speak English. I uh, I don't I never confidence about speak English especially, but I
Yeah.
try to speak, and I force myself to speak.
For sure.
So that's why, yes, we need to change ourselves, and we need to brave. So from repetition and speak, and in every single day, I believe we can build our assertive to get more confidence.
Good.
Yeah.
That is so great. The building of the
Mm.
confidence is key. And you are going to be working with clients and things like that. So it's important that you really
Yes.
speak well, right? It's your
Yes.
business, your work, your
Yes.
career. Now,
Then.
Um. Yeah. That's Jila. You really. I would say you are really great, and keep working. Never look.
Yes. Thanks.
Never look back. Just keep walking. This is just one a small piece of my unasked advice to you. But yeah, you are
Yes.
doing very good, and sometimes I act as a prudent, you know. So
Yes.
sorry,
Thanks,
teacher.
Lulu. Thanks, Lulu. Because of my environment, my workplace environment don't have using English.
Mm,
So I I feel I never get a chance to speak. So that's why I involve with Halo communities, and I think Halo apps is worth and useless for me to get opportunities to get speaking with people.
Yeah. Gina,
Yeah.
just uh, sorry to
Good
interrupt in
point.
between. Just have one
Mhm.
question. Do you feel hesitant to speak at
Yes,
your workplace?
of course, true, bro.
Okay.
It's a lot of the time
Yeah.
because of I always get chance to get speak English when I um, liaise um, with clients,
Mm.
not with our coworkers. So that's why it's hard to me to
Mm.
explain with our clients because of we haven't practicing speak English in workplace.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say just prepare in well advance. I mean, you know your day-to-day work, what it would be, and then what you're gonna talk with the clients. So most of the times, you know 80% of the things, and so you prepare the answer, practice it in advance. Because what I believe is speaking at workplace is the easiest thing to do because their English is very low. I mean, of course, they
Oh,
use very simple
yeah.
English because everyone is there to do the business at the end of the day.
Yes. Yes, I
So
totally agree with you because of we need to repetition about the same task and the same explanation. So I feel that.
yes, so just practice
Yes.
couple of time. I think that's a study work. Even for me, I wasn't this much good when I landed up my first job, but I nailed it because I got a good strategy by
Mm.
spending a lot of money to a coach, and they told me, look, this is
Oh,
your not your exam of English. This is exam of your
yes,
skills.
Mm.
Just you
yes,
need to master how you're gonna explain, how you're gonna sell yourself to a
yes,
businessman.
correctly.
So get a good strategy. So I think you're on the right track. Just need to organize the things, your answer, whatever question you probably you'll be hearing
Mm.
every single day. So yeah. So that's
Every
just
single day.
on a small advice to the previous person as well. And then other thing as well, keep your notebook always with you. And sometimes what
Yeah.
happen if you are working at a workplace and you
Mm-hmm.
come across some of the situation, yeah,
Oh, okay.
come across with some situation and you cannot speak. Okay, say for somebody asks you
Mm.
some question, you cannot speak. Just write it down that question. Come home, find the solution for that question or
Ah,
that situation, and then
okay.
you add up day by day. I am telling you it's very efficient methods. Even it work for me very well.
Mm.
You'll be very confident because you know in that situation what to say, that you are well
Oh.
prepared, say it out loud. So
Mm.
this strategy worked very well for me. I always follow this strategy because English is not my language as well, and doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even you are native, and if you are working at place, some workplace, then you need to do some exercise to explain
Mm.
something, right? If you're new. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
good luck for the next time.
Thanks, Lulu.
So do you guys have any tips? Reba's had that question about what if we don't understand English? How do we practice and how do we learn it if we don't understand? Like they're here and they're not understanding when you all are talking. What do you recommend for that? Saeed, oh, wait a second. No. Flourish is with us.
Hi,
Hello,
I
guys.
Flourish.
wanted to say hello to Flourish.
Hello,
Yes,
Flores.
yes, I understand. Hi, Tila. Hi, Saed. Hello, practice.
Hello,
So glad
practice.
to have you
Hello.
here. Hi,
Thank you for such a
Blue.
warm welcome.
Good to see
Uh,
you, Flourish.
it's really thank you, sister.
So
Hi, Florence.
we are trying to help some of these new people, guys. We're the support group. We're a community of practice. Now they're saying they don't even understand what we are saying. Are there any tips that you might have? And I guess I
Uh,
could call on you. Who is that?
I do have certainly some tips for him,
Okay, True
but
Blue.
I would like to others to speak because I already
Good.
spoken.
Maybe,
So
you
I
know,
think
True Blue, maybe you could also help me facilitate a little bit. I am doing much with the comments, but I'm also doing Facebook and YouTube. So I'm having to talk to everyone at the same time. So you guys go ahead and, you know, let's take turns giving some of these very, very new people some suggestions.
yeah.
And you can go first, True Blue.
Revise, I have, if you do not understand English
Yeah.
speaking, so the best thing I would say for you, go in a YouTube, search how people are speaking, especially the contraction words. Say for he has been, he's, and there people get confused because you have been learning by reading, right? So in the most of the reading, they say he is, or they simplify the things. That's one of the reason. That could be one of the potential reason you do not understand when some native speakers speak. So the best piece of advice for me is to you is find some videos, YouTube videos, where they are showing you how contraction words. They are very simple videos, and save that playlist and play at least 20, 30 times in a day. It could be like 5 or 6 minutes. Keep doing, keep repeating same thing again and again for a couple of days. Trust me, it is so effective way, because if you keep repeating listening those sounds again and again, it got modulated, it stick to your brain, it programmed to your brain, so that next time when you go and watch or speak to any native, you're gonna catch it unconsciously. Sorry, I really find hard to pronounce this word. So that's one piece of
Unconsciously.
advice.
Good one. Good one. And that is Freshta. Freshta, Nuri's got this new profile, and that's what got me, Flourish. It's just like having children, Flourish. Remember when we talked about before in Zila, do you ever call your children the wrong names? Like you mix them up, and I think I did that with you guys. So we haven't gotten to hear from Flourish yet. Flourish, do you have any suggestions for the new learners that are saying that they're really having a hard time understanding?
Yes, it's almost have been mentioned by practice and Zilla side. What I for me in my own experience, yes. In addition to their suggestion, I always because I can't speak before. I'm also shy in speaking in English with others. So although they say that I know how to speak in English, but I can't speak it. So it's one way to fight your fear, to overcome your fear, because one of my fear is when I'm talking to anyone, I have a wrong grammar or whatever. So that's why you need to fight your fear. And one thing aside from going on YouTube on what they have mentioned, I also try to go on Instamatch and practice speaking with others, because uh, you some in sometimes in our environment you can't really do practice with your uh, to any person beside you. You can practice with your children, but sometimes to any other practice by your own self is also a good practice. But it's also different if you have someone to practice with, and they can teach you, they can coach you, they can. One thing is that if you have a teacher, if you can afford to also to subscribe to any teacher, or even your teacher in school, or any
Yes.
one that is that's already bit educated in about English, they can coach you. It's really a way of improving yourself if someone will correct you, and you really appreciate the every single day. Yeah, as practice said, single day.
Can't
Yeah,
beat that.
day by day, you can practice every day, and every day you can still have something, a new idea that you can catch up. In that way, you can go. You'll be doing better and better.
Perfect. Yes. And I say affirmation. Do you guys know what an affirmation is? I pinned the comment.
Yep. Yep.
You guys know?
Yep.
It
Affirmative.
affirms something. And well, it's very popular nowadays it's like a mantra. Do you guys know mantra? where you say something over and over. It's something very spiritual that you want your mind to connect to. An affirmation is very similar. So I think a new affirmation, instead of "I'm not very good at English," let's try to say, "I speak English better and better every day." Okay, is that true for you? And if you say it, you're probably going to make it happen. Oh, this is good. Rebaz has an interesting comment. Saeed, we haven't heard from you in a while. Could you read what Rebaz said?
So, teacher,
Don't be shy. Oh, yes, True Blue.
I would say I don't use affirmation, but I get a little confused. So what's the difference between pledge and affirmation? So I say I pledge. I
s-
pledge this time next year.
I
I will be fluent, advanced speaker. What's the difference between these
I
two
need to hear your sentences again because I'm not hearing all the way everything you're saying. Say it again.
So what's the difference between affirmation and pledge?
Information and what's the other one?
No, affirmation.
Affirmation.
What's the
You need
difference?
this word, affirmation.
I just write it in the
I'm having a hard time understanding, so that's good. I love a good challenge. And I invite you all, take these challenges as opportunities. If someone says, "What? Could you say that again?" Say it 5 times, say it 10 times. Or you could use hand gestures, you could use facial expressions, you could even, hold things up and say, "I mean hat, hat." Okay? So help me to understand statement. Is that the word? Thank you,
I just
Nuri.
wrote in the comment.
Already he wrote
Yeah.
it.
I wrote in the comment section. So you said affirmation.
Information.
No, affirmation. Affirmation.
Oh,
And pledge.
affirmation.
That's a
Affirm.
that's a American way.
Chris has it.
Affirmation
Okay.
and pledge. What's the difference between these two words?
Pledge. Ooh, that is good. Pledge versus affirmation. Okay, so an affirmation is, something you will say. It's firm. You're repeating it every day, affirming it, an affirmation. A pledge is probably you're making a promise, don't you think? I pledge. We have to our flag, I pledge, and we put our hand over our heart and we say, "I pledge," and here's our flag. "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America." Do you have something like that you pledge? You might make vows, you might make covenants, you might make promises, but it's saying you're going to do something and really meaning you're going to do it. Affirmation is saying something and affirming and repeating, maybe repeating. Should we do a Google and see what the difference is?
Yep.
Affirmation definition. Let me share my screen and I will show it to you. Here you go. And we can explore these definitions. I think that's a really good question, True Blue. Here it is. Saeed, are you still there? I'd love to hear from you. And I just know everyone needs practice speaking. Would you mind reading for us?
The action or process of affirming something or being affirmed.
He nodded in affirmation. Affirmed and confirmed might be another word. Confirming and making it's definite. So yeah.
Could you scroll down, please?
Okay.
Could you scroll?
Oh, you want it to come
down
like this?
Yeah. Scroll down, please.
Keep coming.
Yeah. Go down.
Okay.
Scroll down, not up. We are scrolling.
Oh, your other down. Okay, so this is up, and you're saying scroll down. So tell me when to stop.
No, keep going down, like all the way to down. I think.
Oh, keep coming.
You'll find some different link.
Yeah.
Some dictionary, Cambridge, or.
Oh, you want Merriam?
Mariam is also fine, but can you go for Cambridge?
You want
Because I
Cambridge?
generally,
Okay.
yeah, there,
And
yeah,
I'll tell you, it's the difference between kind of British or Australian English. The A's are very long, like Combridge, Mongo, tomato. Now, in America, we say it very short, like
yeah.
A,
Hey,
Cambridge,
Cambridge,
mango,
man.
tomato. The A is more like an A than an ah.
Ah,
Ah sounds very beautiful, though. I love the way it sounds. The British
yeah.
language is so good. Okay, so here's Cambridge,
Uh,
as I say
and
it.
we
Oh,
can,
that is a nice layout. I like it. Thank you, True Blue.
yeah, and two, three different definition,
Mm-hmm.
two, three usage. I always get confused. I understand primary usage, but I somehow found, I mean, it's very similar. I always
Yes.
get confused sometimes.
Okay, it looks like affirmations are, affirm, supporting statement that says something is true. It's affirmed. It's almost like confirmed. The reports are an affirmation that students are learning. The act of saying yes or showing that you mean yes. Sound familiar? Obama said, rousing a chorus of affirmations. Yes, yes. She was nodding in
Pledge,
affirmation.
yeah, and you can also search the pledge as
Emotional, I
well in the same dictionary, and then you're gonna see it's very confusing, very
Okay,
close by word.
so let's do pledge and
Yeah,
see what the difference is between a pledge and an affirmation. And you see, the first thing that comes up is Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, here it's serious now. Can you read that, True Blue?
yeah, a serious or formal promise, especially one to give money or to be a friend or something that you give as a sign that you will keep a promise. Not
Good.
that one. Probably the if you scroll down, you find
Okay,
another
synonyms, more
definition.
examples. I don't see any other. Oh, here's some.
Yeah,
Oh, here we
it is.
go. It's kind of the same,
Yeah,
though.
to make a serious or formal promise to do something again. Come
Pretty
down.
similar, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
And let's see if there's something different.
yeah. This one, the noun versus noun. Affirmation is also a noun, and pledge is also used as a noun. So if you just
Ah,
look at,
noun. Yes. Instead of affirming a verb, it is an affirmation. It is now a
yeah,
thing, and it means it is a
yeah,
pledge, and it really happened. Ah, so that
yeah,
is very similar. Here's more formal.
yeah,
Formal promise. Good. And wow, Cambridge is really interesting. It goes into a lot of depth. That's
yeah.
good. I'm so glad you shared that with us. Okay, so everyone, don't say anymore that you're not any good at anything. And instead say, I'm getting better and I try really
Yeah.
hard. You can only do your best, right?
Yeah. So, teacher, my just one little confusion is: can I say like generally people say I affirm that, or my affirmation is that I am going to be this, or blah blah next year or something like that. People promise to themselves, okay, I'll be doing this thing so that I become doctor or whatever. And similar way, can I say I pledge to myself I'll keep working hard until I become a doctor or until I
Yes,
become an XYZ.
absolutely. I think that makes the affirmation stronger because
Yeah,
you're making it a pledge. It's serious. You mean it.
yeah,
It is a
yeah,
promise you're making with yourself. And when you say it out loud, or you can have little notes to yourself around in
yeah,
key places like on your mirror when you're getting ready. And just remember it. After a while, you just say it. And, you retrieve some of these affirmations when you really need them. Like maybe you're having a moment of temptation. I know a lot of you are experiencing fasting this week. So when you have that moment, you have that affirmation that you keep saying, and you take out all of those negative thoughts and all of the little voices in your head, and you create the voice you want, and you tell yourself what you want. It's like programming a computer, isn't it?
and that's absolutely I concede with the contention of yours.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool boy made a promise. Oh, I like this, and some good examples here. Zila, would you like to go over what Cool Boy has shared with us? These are some really good examples.
Okay. Sorry, my
Your
my
son?
daughter's call.
Oh, he's your daughter. Oh,
Yes.
it's so good to hear your
Um,
kids all the time.
yeah.
We love them. It's great.
They always around with me.
That's great.
And promise, solemnly, and formally. Example for number one, I pledge that I will honor my wife.
Good.
Number two, both boys had taken the pledge and didn't drink.
And didn't drink. So they took a pledge and they said it once, but if you were to say it over and over to yourself, like in those moments of temptation, then it's an affirmation and you're affirming to yourself, no, I made a pledge. I said, I will not drink and I am not going to drink. So, and then they didn't drink. Oh, here's a good one. And Cool Boy likes to pledge to his favorite. And I love the community radio stations that they're the ones asking for help. So here's another one. Flourish, would you mind reading Cool Boy's other comment here that's really good?
Yep.
I pledge $10 a month to my favorite teacher at radio station.
That's really
Yeah.
good. That's great. And thank you
$10.
all my subscribers. You guys are so awesome. And I don't know that all of you are really getting as much as you should. I don't see as many subscribers as I'd like to see on the live stream. So I would like to challenge you to come up with assignments and things that you can be doing. You know, make me earn that money. And you guys, I want to see more work out there. I would like to see different ways that you learn because everyone's different, right? And you have different things that you might do better. Like some people like to watch movies with the words. You know, you get the closed captioning and you can have the words going by. And some people tell me they watch the movie over and over and and they recite the lines like they become the actor. And that's really fun. You can do that with music too. You know, learn the song, get the lyrics to go on the song when you look it up in a video format, and then learn the song and sing it to yourself and practice. You have to memorize some things, but after a while it comes very natural. Okay, so these are some really good questions. Does anyone else have any more questions or specific questions about, you know, maybe a situation that you got into and you didn't understand something?
Teacher, I just wanted to understand from
Okay.
you
Yeah.
how to master English grammar. That's only one of the drawback for me. I really find very difficult to learn grammar. I tried, but yeah, I failed many occasions.
It's a lot of rules, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is. I tell everyone, and you know, I teach the very young Chinese children, 4-year-old to 11-year-olds. And I notice this when a sentence comes up and they have to find out, okay, where is the grammar issue? What we do is we read it aloud. And when you read the sentence, it just sounds funny. There's something wrong. It doesn't sound right. And, you know, this skill will come after you've listened to English long enough to understand it. So, what you'll do is try different wording and try to get the wording correct. Otherwise, there is a lot of memorization involved. Like, do you all know the vowels? What are the vowels? Can you tell me in the comments? Do you know vowels? Now we're talking about the English alphabet, right? A, B, C, D, right? And you guys can tell me in the comments, and I know my subscribers know. Up, Blue, yeah, True Blue got it. Flourish got it. Good. Mahipal Singh, hello, cool boy. You're so awesome for being here. Very good input. So yeah, it's A-E-I-O-U. And then what, sometimes Y, and I think there's another one, right? Sometimes. Oh, wow. Here's some good ones. Cool Boy is working us today, guys. Oh my gosh, look at this. Flourish, would you like to take a stab at this one? He's giving us some homework assignment here. Oh, I don't know if I
What was
could.
that?
Did the whole thing pen?
Number one, yes, teacher. Synonyms is equal to promise, guarantee. Uh-huh. synonyms: sweat, oath, contract, bond. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Number
good.
2, antonyms: break, cancel, abort,
Right. So that's the
compensate.
opposite of, okay, good. That's great. Thank you for the synonyms and antonyms. So synonyms mean the same, right? Antonyms are opposite.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I just wondering because he put so many words together, grouped together,
Yeah.
and he's looking so it's hard because it doesn't work. But if you ask me antonym of break, then I can give you a repair, right? Repair will be the synonyms. Sorry, repair will be the antonyms of break. Okay, so that
Antonym.
way we can work out, but yeah, it's a little hard. Like which dictionary following? I'm not learning this way. I learn word
Oh,
by word. What it does it mean, and in which context it is used. Precise meaning.
good point.
Sorry, Kulwai, I'm out.
You know, True Blue, you're going to be an excellent teacher because you do really look at the specifics. And like you say, you're not into grammar, right? But you're so
Yeah.
intelligent and you know these big words and you understand the meanings and how to use them. It's just a different skill, right?
Teacher, I just did one very algorithm. There is a very different story how to master these words, and yeah, so it has some different story. But yeah, I like to because I'm an ML engineer.
Mhm.
What I did, I just downloaded videos from the CEO. Most of the speech given by CEO or some news heading, and then I process words, from videos to word, and then I filter out top 2,000 words, and then I master it those words because I just want 1% word to learn, which is very common. People know passively, but they don't use it in active vocabulary. They don't use as active vocabulary. That's why I just know word which people also know. Only intelligent people know, so
Mm.
that I'll be understood very differently. So that's
Ah.
my game plan, and I did it through some technology.
You know,
Hmm.
I'm going to give you a little bit of pedagogy from education technology and being having a master's degree and working on the PhD. That some people have this thing called it's proximal development zone,
Yeah,
PDZ, and it's your ability, it's how much you have developed enough to learn something. Like you
yeah,
can't teach a really, really small child these really high end things. And it's like that. You have to learn very gradually and be in your stage of development. But there's another thing. Some people say, oh, I'm a visual learner. And, you know, that might be true. It's easier for you when you see something that you learn it, but you have to know that you can do anything. You can train your mind. It's like learning math. Some people say,
yeah,
oh, math is too hard. I can't do it. If you apply yourself and take it very slow, and they say take little chunks. I always say it's like eating ice cream. If you take it too fast, it will give you a headache, right?
yeah,
So you
yeah,
want to take it very slow, and there might be different ways. You might be a visual learner, you might watch videos, but it might be good if you also wrote it down. That might balance out your brain and your ability to understand it. You might try practicing
yeah,
speaking. You
yeah,
might try listening, active listening and
yeah,
comprehension. There are all these different ways that you can practice and build that muscle. Okay, they
yeah,
call it brain plasticity. And every
yeah,
time you learn something new, you get a new wrinkle in your brain. So
yeah,
you can do that even when you're old. They say older people should maybe learn a new language or something really hard like crossword puzzles and use their brain. It helps you with your memory too. Do any of you?
So
Yes.
what I do, like I first selected the words. Which words do I need to learn? So
Yep.
I learn only 2,000 words that is used by most of the CEO. That is used in a newspaper. So I don't want to learn something is very esoteric or somebody doesn't understand because English has 150,000 words, right? Individual words,
Is
and
that
then
right?
collocation, and then lots of other things. Cannot master those things.
Hi,
Master
Lily.
master those things which others know. They just know, not they use it,
Yeah.
and that's my one goal. That's
Mhm.
why I just learned 2,000 words added to my active vocabulary, so that I can express myself in much eloquent way.
I see.
So that's my goal. I am practicing. I am working on these things. That's why sometimes I get correct, sometimes I get incorrect. But that's a journey.
Wow. That's good advice, and it's always good to share advice. Now, for some of those of you who aren't speaking as much, Zila or Flourish or Saeed, would you have anything to add to the discussion?
I do believe
Zila?
about we need to have a bunch of vocabulary to get a to get a decent communication. If you don't have enough vocabulary, we difficult to clarify, or we difficult to um, explain about what we want to talk about it for the first ones. And before beforehand,
Yeah.
as you tell about the visual learner, and I
Yeah.
believe that I'm the visual learner because
Really?
of when I'm trying to listening to podcast, it's hard to me to adapt what they are trying to explain about, because of I need to see, and at the same time I need to listen.
Right.
It's hard to me only to have listen what the native speak, and I need to watch. For instance, like your live stream,
Yeah.
I can see you. I can see your mouth speak, and at the same time, yeah,
Right.
at the same time, I try to understand.
Yeah.
If you don't understand what the native speak, it's hard to us to uh, give feedback, and because of uh, to have a good decent communication is the two-way communication. If we haven't good listening, and we can give the feedback from the listening.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. The feedback
Yeah.
piece. We were talking about that yesterday, weren't we, True Blue? Iterative. And
Yeah.
it's an iterative process, which you're constantly going back to the beginning and looking and seeing, now, did I understand all of this correctly? Here's another tip for you. If you're reading something and you come across a word you don't understand, if you don't look it up and find out what it means, you will not know the rest of what you read, because you're going to be thinking about that one word that you don't understand.
Yeah.
So go ahead and look
Yeah.
it up and read in the context and get an idea about how that
Yeah.
fits into the whole
Yeah.
context of what you're reading.
The connectivity between words and another word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
association.
Mhm.
You know, we were talking about that when we were saying we were doing introductions, hello, goodbye. How do you remember people's names? There are ways that you can associate their names with something you're familiar with. Like flourish, I always think of flower and flourishing,
So,
and I see that in my head. And, it's amazing. I called you Freshta earlier, but that was because I was talking to
what
her
about
too.
me, teacher? What about me?
What about
How
me?
do
I love it.
Teacher,
you
how about
can
me, teacher?
remind me? Yes.
Zila. Zila. That is just it is an uncommon name for me. Um, I think just kind of, I think A to Z, that you are complete, like the alphabet. You
Oh,
are A
okay.
to Z, like Alpha Omega. You are everything. You are so together. The mother that has, this career, and you're really got a handle on it. I love that.
Okay.
And Saeed, I think of you, I think of seeding, little planting seeds in the mind and in the heart and in the ground and just growing and the works that come
Yeah.
out of it and the fruits. And
You know, said means happy in English.
happy?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
means
perfect for you because you have the big smile on your profile picture and you always have a good smile.
Oh,
Good. Well, I'm glad
now
you're
I
happy.
know.
I feel happier about you being happy.
A
Oh,
happiest
Hi,
person,
Happy.
a happiest person learn
oh,
faster,
Lily
right?
completely didn't understand what I meant. And I understand what you're saying. Oh, no. Um, let's see. Flourish, could you read Lily's pinned comment here? We have to address
Teacher,
this.
teacher, when I read the book, I don't um, I don't look at dictionary. I don't look at dictionary for every word. I try to understand the meaning in inter
Sentences, did that
sentences.
disappear? Yeah, it might have disappeared on the comment. So that's a very good point you made, and I knew that was going to come up because I've heard that argument before about, oh, I can't look up every word. I know, I've been there before, especially with school, because there's so many things you don't understand, and especially if you're just learning English, you can't look up every word. You're right. So
I have
if there's that one word that's standing out, what do you think, True Blue?
I never get a I can read any books irrespective of what language they write it. The reason is whenever I look up some word, I know the root meaning. Okay, so I
Oh,
break down
good.
the words. Okay, and I really find the exact meaning what it is. Say for unwise, invite. So there are so many. I mean, there are at least like 35 to 60, 35 to between 35 to 60 root words.
Wow.
If you master them, doesn't matter where the word coming from. 80% chance are you're gonna find it, unless it is not noun. And even the nouns are derived from root words. So I mastered those things. So I never found any difficulties in reading any books. But the problem is you understand the meaning. But the another challenge is you understood it right, but can you use it in the conversation? So that's I'm working on right these days. But I never find any difficulty or any challenge in reading any books.
Hmm. That is very good advice. What about anyone else here have advice like that?
I
Saeed?
agree with her because
Yeah.
she just talk about if I didn't, for example, many words, should I have to always look back for everywhere? No, for me, because as she said, I also try to understand from the context. Okay,
Good.
I try to read without looking back to the dictionary. Maybe just off for one word or two words. I will
Right.
understand. Yeah, what is going on. But sometimes it is depend on your level. Sometimes you read something in a high level, so it is maybe all the word for you new. But in this case, maybe difficult for you to
Good
understand or to
point.
continue. In just one line, maybe 5 or 6 words. In this case, you have to look at the dictionary, and it's
Yeah.
annoying for me. Really, I will not continue with this one because it is upper my level, I guess. So when you read something, try to read something suit or fit your level. Okay,
Good.
it's near to
Oh,
your level, not
brilliant.
not yeah too
Brilliant.
high.
If it's too much, you get overwhelmed and you feel foggy and you get sleepy. If you start
Yeah,
yawning when you're reading, oh, maybe you need to lower the level, look up some words, go out and walk and get your mind clear. That would help.
yeah. Because if you want to check every word and you have too much word, it is very annoying to every word. Every time go back and check this word and check this word.
Yeah.
You will feel not good, and maybe you'll not continue reading.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
overwhelming. Good point. Um,
Yeah, but I would like instead like I would try to find the word whether it is noun. If it is noun, then we know how verb is derived. Noun is derived from verb.
yeah.
Then I will find words looking at it because what I do if some of the words if I get tricked, I just put it in an online dictionary, so online grocery, and I play a game with that word. So the next time I master that word, so that word not gonna give me any headache in the future. And I try to find the exact meaning, what the textbook is saying. And instead of just keep reading here and there, if you read one page or two page very nicely, very thoroughly, if you have a good understanding, that's you done. Of course, you cannot look up all the words, but try to find it. If it is giving you hurdle, like if it is noun, you can find it. Okay, this one looks like noun because of the subject verb agreement. We can find it. Okay, what it is. So yeah, that's one piece of advice for me. And if I come across some new words, I simply put into some dictionary and in a word list, and I play game sometime after 5 days or 7 days. I play game so that that word comes, its meaning comes, and its cross as well comes. So that's become a part of me. So I find easy to read next time. And that's the reason if I need to read some book, I can read it in 1 week, 300 or 500 pages. Not a problem.
Good feedback. Oh, I love this. Well, you guys, it's getting close on time. Is there anything else that anyone would like to add? Cool Boy's given us some great comments here about these are different synonyms and antonyms, right? Number 1, commit oneself. Number 2, word of honor. Number 3, take an oath. This is pledge. Number 4, bind oneself. Number 5, make commitment. Yeah, those are really good. Excellent. Thank you for all your contributions. I learned a lot. And, I've been speaking English my whole life, but I'm learning a lot from you guys. Just different techniques for studying and what works for different people.
Yeah.
Any other, anything else that you can think of that you'd want to share with our audience today, or any other questions before we wrap up?
I'll just have a few suggestions in the group chat. I
Suggestions?
mean,
Yeah.
because we have at least 25 people, and if everyone take one step, I mean, to learn English, even some small things they are learning, just share it there. That way, you are killing two birds with one stone. First thing, if you are learning something and explaining it, writing in the comment section, it's good for you as well because you are revising yourself, and then other four as well. Say, where if you wrote something there, if I go through it, it will be revision for me, or either I will learn something from you. And if this spirit, follow everyone, 24 people, just think we learn 24 things concept in a day. That way, it will speed up our learning process. What's your teacher Sky like opinion on this? What do you think?
I am in agreement. I think that everyone has their own technique and their own way to learn, and practicing. Once again, it comes back to that practicing to get good at it.
So, teacher, are you writing some thesis?
Am I what?
Are you doing PhD or
Oh, we have
PhD?
more comments here. Give me tips on how I can memorize vocabulary. Oh, that's a good one. Memorizing, using the words.
You don't need to memorize, teacher. English
Yeah.
vocabulary doesn't need to memorize. Only need to study thoroughly root words.
I think
Then
using
60
them,
to.
like actually speaking the words, right?
Yeah, but I learned for speaking.
Yeah.
But for reading, I have no problem because I learn from root words.
True
So one
Blue,
root word,
how do
one root
you?
word can have so many words.
Yeah.
Say here, somnolist, somnambulist. There's so many words you can find it from one root word, deriving 50, 60 words. If you
But
combine together, easy to learn it.
then how do you memorize? Like you have these really
I,
big
I don't
words.
memorize. I don't memorize. 60 to 80% words.
You just know the
Learn it.
words.
Yes.
They become second nature then. And they're
Yeah.
okay. There's your brain works in two different ways. There's your short-term memory, and your short-term memory is very short. You can only remember up to 7 items at a time, like numbers. That's why, like phone numbers and things, they keep them short. Okay. And if it gets longer, your long-term memory, like we were talking about before, Flourish and Zila, with names, it's something that you associate and it becomes a principle. It becomes a thought in your mind. Is that how you do it, True Blue? It's just a concept that you know and the word comes out?
Yeah, I just know the words,
Yeah.
but I have done some different
Hi,
strategy
Hazan.
back in my mind to master some words. Say for if you want to learn 1,000 words in a week, what you
Yeah.
do, first try to make a list. Okay, 1,000 words. Don't go for randomly words.
Good.
Go for group the words first. If you learn randomly, you are not going to succeed it.
Right.
Group the words and then put into Excel sheet. And left make 2 3, if you know the technique, left side is words, what it is, then meaning and one example. And what you do, play it. There is an autoplay in Excel. So the word is also automatic playing, and watch it and try to make little faster and play it for a couple of times so that you listen. Okay, everboard, 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 like 4 or 5 times. Listen continuously. Everboard means honestly. Okay, and then you have one sentence of it. So if you keep listening for a couple of times, 4 times first day, and then later on 2 times, and then 1 time, and not only this one, so you understand the meaning. Then you go to YouTube, search that word. You'll find so many ways how people have used it. So do this thing, click and click many times. So now this word become your permanent or permanent thing. This
It's in
word
your
will be
long-term memory, right? Your
your memory, yeah,
long-term
because
memory stores it.
so you understand the meaning, you
Yeah.
understand the usage in a real context.
Yeah. It kind of
So
helps you understand dementia and Alzheimer's, that the old timers get, that they don't remember something that happened just now, but they
yeah,
can tell you stories, and they have really good long-term memory. It's the short-term memory that goes. But the way you can keep your short-term memory very sharp is to use it. And I
yeah.
love what Lily had to say. Oh, and Zila, I did try to bring you back up again. I noticed you got knocked off. Flourish, could you read what Lily said here in the comment?
So your brain is designed for learning new language.
I think she's right. Don't you think?
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I would say our brain has enormous capacity. Only
Yes.
we, as a human being, we judge it. Okay, we cannot do this, but apparently our brain has a huge capacity. We don't have power to judge our brain. So don't procrastinate yourself. Just live what it is. Just enjoy the journey of learning.
Uh,
And I use this concept to learn many languages. I know 4 or 5 computer language, different language.
wow.
So, and also if I need to learn any language, I can learn any language in 6 months. I'm not saying I'll be very erudite, but I applied some technique and it worked for me. So it's really good. I mean, if you invest some time in yourself, understanding how I'm gonna to learn, and you're gonna figure it out. It's
Uh,
not big deal.
Time management. So get your calendar out and put it in there of you are going to practice a little bit every day. Put it in your calendar. And you made me think of a couple more things. One is, did you ever hear that we only use 10% of our brains? Have you ever heard that, everyone?
Not
90% of our
10%, not even 10, 1 or 2%.
oh,
That's correct.
1 or 2%. Really? See, you
Yeah,
have heard
yeah.
this.
The
Oh,
the
that's
Einstein was the
Even less than
I
1%.
mean
what,
yeah,
Saeed?
Einstein was the last person who used 3 point some percent. I'm not sure about the like, but he was the one
Really?
who used. Yeah,
Wow.
we got a
Well,
very huge capacity in other way because
more
we get a
capacity, like
so
Stephen
much
Hawking.
complicated brain neuron.
Yeah, Carl Sagan.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Saeed?
No, I guess it is less than one, and for normal people, less than one.
Yeah, I've also
Less
heard,
than 1%.
the same with the brain. I've heard that we've only been able to define or explore that small percentage of the universe as well. Have you
Yep.
ever heard that one?
Yep.
10%, we only know about this much, and there's 90, what, you say 98% that we still don't know about. And the last thing is what's motivating you. Now, if you're older, if you're more mature, you are intrinsically motivated. That means you're motivated from within. You just feel strongly and you will just work and you will put it in your calendar and you will do it because you're mature, right? You're adults. But younger people and people that maybe aren't as committed, they haven't made their pledge yet, they need to be extrinsically motivated, like outside. Like I do this with my students. I'm always saying, you know, you're doing great, good job, excellent work. And they need to have that kind of motivation, someone motivating them instead of intrinsically them motivating themselves. So you have to balance those things. And once again, it's your level of development. It has to do with your age and your maturity level. Okay, well, guys, I think we're about to wrap it up. Practice
Yeah.
Cool Boy wants to hear from you, okay? And anything else, anybody else out there? Do you have another comment, any question? Or Zila, I guess you stayed hopped off. I did ask you to come back. Thank you for coming. And
Yeah.
Flourish, I'm so glad you're
Cool Boy,
better.
yeah,
Thanks,
Cool Boy,
guys.
what he wants to know.
Yeah,
Okay, so Cool Boy, I would say just search in a YouTube. You will find root words. There are so many videos about root words,
yes.
and you will find it. One root word has so many. Like from one root word, you can find. You know, when you encounter with new
Yeah.
words, you can predict the meaning, and you'll be right 60 or 80% of the time.
Good point. And
Okay.
taking it back to its original roots, like what language
Yeah.
it came from, the
Yeah.
root, that is so
Yeah.
fascinating. Then you get into history and culture and all
Yeah.
kinds of things.
Yeah.
Lily made a wonderful comment about the universe.
And apart from if you really want to mug up some word,
Mhm.
I would say write down in Excel. You know Excel. Use the technology. If you
Oh,
keep reading,
spreadsheet.
it could be a little bit boring as well because we don't feel like
Yeah.
reading. Yeah, Excel. So make one side word, write it its meaning, and the meaning should be your definition. Okay, after reading, you come to a conclusion. It should be very short, and then write one or two example in the third column and play it. Okay, auto play a speaker. Okay, so that way what happens? You keep listening. It will take you hardly 5 minutes to revise 150 words. So you
Good.
just see like in 5 minutes you revising 150 words, and you are also listening as well. You are
Oh.
also correcting somehow some pronunciation.
Mhm.
So that way, if you keep listening for 10 or 15 minutes, because a human have 15 to 20 minutes attention, they can put attention for 20 minutes maximum, or 25 minutes. After that, we get lost. Somehow we get lost. So it's
Yeah.
very effective if you keep listening for 20 minutes and take a break, and keep doing for couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see the improvement of vocabulary. It will come automatically
Good.
to your mouth.
Zila says she will do it. Oh, that's great. And Fatima is here. Fatima, I'll try to bring you up. We're about to wrap up, though. There was another comment I think Cool Boy made. He was wondering about Excel spreadsheets. You create this matrix, and all of the information is right there at your fingertips. So, guys, I think Fatima's going to come up for the goodbye.
Yep.
Saeed, do you have anything else you would like to add?
No, thank you.
You're good? Okay. Well, thanks a lot
Yeah.
for coming. It's always good to have you.
Teacher, I would love to learn some grammar from you.
Well, not right
Today.
now because the
Not
stream
now, not
is
today.
ending.
Not today.
You know
But
what we
in
should
future.
do? We should try to work on grammar on Monday. I do the Hallow beginner course, and we can just start at the basics. Then Tuesday, I do intermediate, and then on Thursday, advanced. So we can just do the progression and work on that next week. Would that be a good goal, everyone? You ready?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine for me. As
Well,
long as you do.
it's
some
wonderful
class.
to have you all here, and Flourish, it's
Yeah.
so good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better, and I hope your family is
Yeah.
well. Good to see
Thank
everyone.
you.
Zila says
Thank you, teacher.
repetition is the mother of skill. I love that, Zila. That is such a good adage and affirmation, right? Well, thanks everyone for coming. Thank you, Flourish. Thank you, True Blue, Fatima.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you, teacher,
I'll
for
see you on Monday. Tomorrow's
giving an
Sabbath.
opportunity.
It'll be
See you on
Monday
Monday.
for
Yeah.
me. Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. Teacher Sky
Bye.
signing off. Thank you.